It's a new day, and it is time to put these toonies onto this neck. I have glued the nut back on, and it's set. I used some really garbage glue, but I think it'll hold. And if it doesn't, then I'll just have to go out and re-glue it. It's not a big problem. So let's do this. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. So you need to have your... Well, let's just empty this bag. You need to have your tuners on, more or less. Well, it's a good idea to have your tuners on when you put the neck on, because then you don't have to do it with the big body flailing around. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I still haven't put the bridge on the guitar yet because you have to put the neck on with this, because there's no holes, right? So let's go ahead and get all our Toonie McTuner Steens, Toonie Von Tunes, and pop them in. So, taking them all out of the package. I hope the sun isn't too bright for everything. Let's just reevaluate what's going on here. I think the sun is too bright, but it's really, really cold, so I'm gonna need to have it. Anyways, so I'm gonna do that. Charge the battery on this camera, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, so I changed the angle because I realized it was just a nice shot of my junk, but it's still just a nice shot of my junk, so we're gonna have to deal with that. So what I did was I put the pegs on kind of like this, in a splayed manner, so that when you go to turn them, there's lots of room, and you're not bumping into the other ones with your fingies. Because that's one thing that I don't really like about 6 in line. No, well, 4 in line for bass, but you know what I mean, like all the ones on the one side. Even though I do prefer that, but that's one downside to it. So I saved the best part. Oh, by the way, I drilled through to the other side on that one, so that was a big mistake. But oh well, what can you do? So one thing that I saved was peeling off this thing, which is the best part of anything, is peeling off the stupid little plastics. Oh yeah, let's get a real nice in-depth shot. Ten out of 10. Most satisfying. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was a pretty good one. Last one. Boom. Nice. So, that's that. And I put the truss rod cover on. One thing I did realize from doing that is that they did not put a Allen key for your truss rod, so you can't adjust your truss rod unless you find a separate Allen key. That kind of sucks, but what yous cans do. So I've started sorting out some extra parts. I've got like a few screws and stuff left over, so that's pretty good, you know, free screws, free leftover screws. So what I'm gonna do now is set the neck, set this base neck onto that body. So let's get that body over here. I would tell you about, oh, boop my head, it's all good, didn't break anything. I would tell you about the guitar right now, but let's focus on this bass. So, we have no bridge yet because we need the neck on in order to set the bridge correctly. So, let's set this bass neck in the pocket. Let me just readjust. Get like a better dick shot again, like how it used to be. Oh, that was scary. Alright, let me do one thing, another thing. There we go. So, not a good dick shot because the bass is in the way, but it's all good. So, we're gonna pop that in there. Just checking to see how the fit is. It's not that good. But the other one I tried to fix and still didn't really get a nice result out of it. So I don't really care that much. That's it. That's it in. So I'm just looking along the side on the far end of the fretboard underneath, and I've got like a little bit, just a wee little bit of clearance, which is actually a lot better than I previously thought it was going to be. So this, that's pretty good. Just give it a little whack in there, make sure that everything's nice and awesome. So it's in there and it's like very snug, which is a good thing that they have done. They really didn't do an absolute terrible, horrible job of putting these pockets in. It's really not that bad. Running my fingers along the frets, they're a little bit sharp, but that's not bad either. They did a pretty good job of most complaints that people have about these things, but they did screw up other things, right? So now that's in. Everything is good on the headstock, so now we got to drill it. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna, like normally you should clamp this or something like that to make sure it's 100%, but it's so tight in there that I can just hold it and it'll be fine. But you never know, right? So we have, yeah, see? Crotch shot. Maybe I'll put a little sensor blanket. No, it's all good. There's no holes, right? All good. So we have a drill here that is, if you line it up and look at it, it's just a little bit smaller than the shaft of the screw, but you don't want it, you want it to be about the same size as the shaft of the screw, not the thread, but the shaft. So the little pointies are the thread for any idiots, and the shaft is like the main vein. So yeah, so we have this matching up pretty good. Focus on that. It's like focusing supremely on me. See, that's what we want, kind of like that, right? That's how you, yeah, look at that. 10 out of 10 best camera. And I've already marked it with a little piece of tape right there so that I know when to stop drilling, because it's very, very, very close to the fretboard coming out the other end. So I'm gonna shove it in my drilly lily, my silly little drilly, and drill some holes. So I trust that it didn't move. I'm just gonna go for it. Smoke came out, but that's fine. And we don't have any terribly dark wood, which means we didn't hit the fretboard, which is another good thing. I'm gonna change, no I'm not, let's just do it. I was gonna change the battery, but screw it, let's just go for it. Let's do the next one. Supreme. Good. And good. And we got the center a little bit of all of them, a little bit out, but that's not terrible. One thing I noticed was there were pre-drilled holes through to the other side of the cavity on the body, and they were completely not centered with the little countersunk holes for your little washers that hold the screw in there nicely. So we did a better job than they did, and that's all you need to do. Hopefully nothing breaks, as this is a tight fit coming out. I have to take it out. There we go. We just got sawdust all over the place. But, oh yeah, that's a lot of sawdust. Don't tell anybody. I'm gonna just sweep it. Just set that over there. I'm gonna just sweep it into the box. Oh, let's just sweep it into my hand. Get the majority of it away. And then later on, when all is said and done, we can vacuum, get rid of that. And it'll be golden. So there's the neck. That's how it looks with the holes in it. And oh, more sawdust is coming up. There is no holes in the fretboard. I did not screw that up. So let's screw her in, and then we can put the bridge onto that. Solid. Like it takes effort for me to push it in there, and so that's pretty good. So let's get a screwy Louie and a little washer. Get the correct size little drilly bit. It's not a drill bit, it's a screw head bit, whatever. Get the correct size Phillips head screwdriver onto my screwdriver. And drive in a screwy Louie. This is going to take some shifty work. There we go. So you can't see what's going on because that's the way it goes. But I will assure you that I'm doing a really, really awesome screw job. Screwing this screw in. It's at a slight angle and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I drilled at a slight angle and I'm bad at it. But that's just what happens when, I don't know, that's what happens when you're not good. Come on. That thing's getting weird. Screw it onto that. It's getting real tight. But that's good, we want it to be really tight. So, if you rest your guitar on your leg, you know what, I don't like that. What's going on? Well, oh well. I just hope I don't strip the screw. If you rest your guitar on your leg, make sure to rest the screw, the neck joint on your knee so that it doesn't just pop out. Like if you rest it in between your knees, it might just pop out. And that would be shice. Okay, so that one didn't work, so I'm gonna just have a look and see what happened, because it didn't want to go in all the way. Might need some more drilling. Might need to, I don't know, we'll see what happened. Nothing seems terrible. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. We're all the way through. I'm gonna take this little box, set it in my hand. It's got some Garbank in it, but that's fine. Set it in my hand. Take my little bat. Make sure it spins a little bit before you tighten it. So it's centered. Then I'm gonna just shove it in the hole slowly. Right, so we're at that. I take my finger out, and we're not all the way through yet, so I can drill it a little bit more. And we didn't get any rosewood. So that's good. That is almost there. I could do with more, but I'm not going to. So let's try the other one. That one is, I don't know if you guys can tell what I'm doing, but it seems fine. Like, I'm just gonna give them each. Just gonna give them each a kiss, a little more, like a little bit more. Just a little bit more, and it should be good. Okay, so we put back onto that. So what I did is I just shoved the drill in, pulled it out, saw how deep the hole was, and then said to myself, a little bit deeper, because it was fine. And I had no rosewood come out of the wood, so I didn't get as deep enough to the fretboard. So that's what we all want. Okay, so this is being a little bit of a biche, which doesn't make any sense because it should fit better for every time I do it. Okay, that's good. Okay, so what we got, maybe I can do this. See, I can let this stand without any screws, and it holds pretty good. So let's evaluate the camera. See, now you can see that I'm doing a little screws. I'm Scrooge. Let's not start with that one. That one gave us problems last time. Let's just start with this one, and then that one will be the last one, and we'll just drive it in and hope for the best. See, this one's at a silly angle too, and I don't like silly angles. Maybe all of them are going to be at a silly angle, which is like, whatever. This one's driving in a little bit better. Okay, we have something going on here. I just noticed. You gotta focus on this. That was some bull. I wonder if it'll happen again. Yeah, this one's being a biche. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, I used, everything is correct. Like, I used all the things. And it's going in and it's all nice. Let's check these screws. Like, it should be totally fine. I wonder if this base neck is made out of like a different, harder wood. It looks and feels the same. What the hell? It looks and feels the same as the guitar, but it actually has some different knots and stuff in it. Like it has a different looking grain, but that could just be a different part of the tree, you know? Like, this is some tight shit. Come on, buddy. I'm so far. I gotta do some more drilling. I don't know what else to do because it's being a real beesh. It's being a real sunza. It's hot. That must be some friction. You know what? It's probably because I have a drill bit that's slightly smaller than the shaft, but I think it's fine. So I don't know, and I think the next size up is going to be too big, so I might have to do like everyone's dad, where they just shove the drill in, just like massage it around and like do this, you know, like, but like I don't want to do that. That's a disaster waiting to happen. I might be able to do it subtly. Whoa, shaky cam. Alright. Plop that there. I can see through them fine and they're all good, so it's not the body's fault. Is that gonna be okay? I hope it's gonna be okay. Where's my drilly lily? Let's reposition. Always scary to doing repositions because I never know if the camera's gonna fall over or anything, so. Just a little bit down. I hit rosewood. So, what that tells me is to check there, and we're fine. We're fine. There's no hole. We're fine. But what it tells me is that I can't go down anymore. So what I'm going to do is come up a little bit, do a little shake. This one, you just go slow and then do a little shake. Do a little shake. No rosewood. No rosewood. So that should be fine. But it could not be. Let's see how it goes in. Oh yeah. See, now that should be fine. Let's just do a little bit more shaky shakes. Like, let's do some exaggerated ones. A little up high. Help them go in. Oh, that was a lot of material. So the risky part about this is just over drilling, right? Simple as that. But I don't think I over drilled it to the point of no return. So let's get this back on my crotch. I'm not gonna, let's do it. Let's set it over here. No crotch shots. No crotch shots. That's still a little crotch. Oh, look. I tucked my pants into my socks because it's cold as hell. Hell isn't cold. It's cold as a witch's teat, as they say. Let's get back up. There we go. Should be fine. This heavy beast. Get this heavy beast back in here. Give a little inspection again, just to make sure I'm not shoving like important receipts in there or anything. See, it's a tight feet. Like that's like top. That needs banging in, which is like unheard of. Alright. See, it folds out, it shoots out a little bit, so that's scary. Okay, let's descrew one more time. Look at that. Look at that awesome shot. I wonder if it'll go out of focus again. It's going in nice. Going in super nice. Now I'm just starting to get the scary things happening. Hold on. The base is fine. It's all good. Don't worry. She is all good. It's a double knock. Double knock. Not just a base. It's just a double neck, you see. You see? Just when I do this is when it makes it harder. But that doesn't make any sense because I'm putting more force into it this way. Come the hell on, man. Wondering what I should call this video. I should probably call it Struggling the Video. See, they all go in super nice and easy, whatever, do. Until you get to this point. And that's the point of the neck. That's the neck point. So the neck is made out of some like god tier stone wood or something like that. Which doesn't make any sense because it's fluky. It's not a very stable neck. I don't get this, man. I wonder if I could, like, I have a number 2. Number 3 is, like, insane, like, wouldn't, yeah, see, that would never work. They're all, like, getting stripped. All right, let's try one other thing. Let's open up my case of drills. Take a screw. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna upsize the bit. Right here I have a number 4, I guess. And this is a 3.5. So yeah, we are upscaling the bit to a number 4. I'm gonna take these out. Chinese is Kleist, man. See, this is making me warm, although it could be getting warmer outside because of the sun. Like, I was freezing, but now that I'm working on this stuff, it's like I'm heating up. All this effort just to put a neck in is like making me not break a sweat, but I also have 2 long sleeve shirts on, so that's one thing. I was wearing some pink slippers too, but I didn't want to get them covered in sawdust because that would be uncomfortable for your feeties. Okay. So once again, I'm gonna set this over here. Make sure it doesn't ruin everything. Let's do this. I bet that sounds really nice on the audio footage, so we'll have to see. That's real up close and personal, isn't it? Like, that's... you still gotta crouch shut. So we take this screw ball, take this piece of scrap tape. Oh no, we don't want to do that. We want, because we're not doing the whole length of the screw, that would be a nightmare, miserable mistake. We only want about that. I kind of did that shittily, so I'll just recheck against that. That's perfect. Alright, let's drill. This is not in the chuck correctly. This is a bent drill bit. That is the most Chinesium drill bit. So that's like garbage pile. We gotta get a different one, because that's just unacceptable. So let's see if this one's nice. Yeah, that one's pretty good. Sweet. Looks good. Probably not gonna screw everything up. I think this is going to be the last time I drill in this neck. For the love of God, I hope it is. And Obi-Wan Ryobi is almost out of tires, so that's pretty good that I don't have to drill that much anymore. I only have to. No, I still do. It's all good because the battery's been charging. The other one, so yeah. So let's re-angulate our angulator. On my junk. And try it one last time. Hopefully last time. See, the weird thing is I did it into the guitar neck with that already marked 3.5 bit, and I had to change to a 4 for this one, which means which could mean something like maybe this bass neck is a harder, yeah, that's a harder wood, but it looks kind of the same, right? It looks woody similar. See, the most terrible thing would be if I just went ahead and like power thrusted these into oblivion and the neck split into like kindling. That would be the nightmare. See, it's going. She is going way better than ever before. I wish I could get you a better angle for this, but I can't. That's just what. That's just what gonna happen. All right, I'm getting sick of this. If I can get one, it means I can probably get them all. I think I'm gonna get one. This one is almost there, and it's still being a son's a bitch, but it's almost there. I can tighten it later. This one's still going. It's still stripping. I don't like that. What I can do is put the rest in, if they go in, And then if that last one doesn't want to go, I'll take it out and just drill the hole from here without taking it off. I got one in, like, come on. This one's going so nice and easy. I wonder if there's like some imperfection in the wood at that one screw hole. Like maybe there's a knot. That would be naughty. That was the best joke of 2018. Best joke. Most clever humor. She is golden. I have 2 of them in. And it looks tight. Like it's not going to go anywhere. It feels, you know what, it does feel stabler. Is that a word? Yeah, it probably is. Stabler than the guitar neck. Which is good, because the guitar neck is bendy as shit. And I don't like it. Like I do like an E minor chord, and just the strength of me playing the E minor sets everything way out of fuck. And I'm noticing that I can just bend the neck like nothing. So I don't like that. But it also could be because they're light gauge strings and I like regulars. So that'll be a thing that I'll have to test. But if the neck is truly bendy, the regulars will make it bend more, and then I'll have to do the Trussomer rod, which might actually stabilize it. I'm not too sure. That's something I'm not sure about. That one went in. That was the easiest one. That was solid. That one is solid tits. That one is pretty good. So this last one that won't go in is the real dildo. So, one last time, I will take it out and I will just re-drill from the body, not from the neck. Get on out. Get on out of there. Cool. So now we have to remark our little bit. Make sure no rosewood comes up. It's basically right at the end of the drill where there is drilling happenings. But I'm still gonna mark it. Mark it! And take out some more wheat. Not bendy. No rosewood, no holes. If I put a hole in the fretboard, I would be crying. because like that's the whole point of this guitar, is the two necks that have flame inlays. That's the whole freaking deal. That's the whole thing that makes this like bitchin'. So if this doesn't go in, I'm gonna be so sad. Not a lot of stuff really happened when I did that. So I don't really know why. It's going in really easy right now. Oh yeah, 10 out of 10. It looks good, but I'm gonna try one thing, which is using a flathead in there. Yeah, see, that's doing something. No, it's not. Let's try one size smaller so I can get it deep in there. It's just gonna strip it, mate. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see if it is fine. Sweet. Have a look at that. It looks sweet. It looks sweet. There we go. So that took way longer than it should have, but yeah, so anyways, as a celebratory thing, I'll place a chord. Is it in tune? It was pretty good. So here's the E minor thing, right? So this is the best one I can do. But like... I think it's because I have light gauge strings and I'm just not used to light gauge strings. Because they're just too bendy and you can like bend the note just by fretting harder. So yeah, alright. So now it's time to put on the bridge. I'll stop the camera and it'll be a different episode, I guess.